Hi guys, welcome to another video by myself, Bateson87. Today we're going to be doing a flash from the past and the present, as well as we are doing the best players on FIFA ever, in my opinion. Now, you guys may have seen this video last year, the year before that. We do it all the time, but FIFA 17 has done something different to me and to you, presumably as well, if you play Foot Champions, and that is play stupid amounts of games every single weekend, even during the week, and I bet you played a lot more games of this FIFA than you have with many. So this video, guys, is aimed to be looking at the best players in previous FIFAs, from FIFA 12 through to FIFA 17. I started my FIFA career in FIFA 12. I did dabble in it, sort of, FIFA 09 to FIFA 11, but mainly I was a clubs player back then, and didn't really delve into Ultimate Team, and now I'm exclusively Ultimate Team, as you guys do know. So if you do want any MSP, PSN codes, or cheap game codes, go and check out g2a.com, their link is down below. If you try and hit over 5,000 likes, that'd be insane, guys, and subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. With the comment section as well, guys, if I'm missing any players which you think that maybe you remember channel favourites and stuff from this year, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys have seen any that I'm missing, and maybe you guys would want to put your list in the comment section below, feel free to do that as well, because I'm very interested in seeing the players which have helped you through your FIFA career, since FIFA when you started it up until FIFA 17. So let's get into it, guys, and take a look at my full starting 11, bench and reserves. So the first player we are starting off with, guys, is a player which, I loved him, absolutely loved him. It is Victor Ibarbo at Cagliari, I think it was, in the Serie A. Serie A sweat teams in FIFA 14 were absolutely godly. Ibarbo was absolutely godly. The year before that, there was a certain player who you guys will see in this video, but Ibarbo was a next level sweaty player, and he doesn't get around, he doesn't get mentioned that much this FIFA, and presumably because of the game style completely changing. But the game style in FIFA 14 was definitely adapted to the sweaty, low rated, overpowered players. Ibarbo was definitely one of them. We then move on to last FIFA, which is FIFA 16. Legends were heavily used by me. I had my own dream team, which was I think it was a 4-3-2-1 with Van Basten, Neymar and Lucas, I think it was, on the right hand side. But Van Basten as a striker was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The shielding game was sort of there. He beat people to headers when he least expected it, and scored some absolutely amazing goals as well. He was the prime player in an absolute thrashing I gave Hectic Dukes back in last FIFA as well, and him solely did win me a lot of games against the professional FIFA players in FIFA 16, so that's why he gets an honourable mention in this team. Now the next one is one which I briefly mentioned in yesterday's video, which was the cheap squad builder, which I still reckon was a pretty cheap squad builders, not including the footies. It is Draxler, shades of the FIFA 14 Draxler. This guy, and it was a type of shot. If you guys know Itani and you know he's a long shot master, I was the long shot like under him as well. Like, I love my long shots, and when you were running out and levering him into the far corner, the angled shots were absolutely crazy. Draxler, hands down, had the best one in the game, but unfortunately this since FIFA 14 he started to get a lot of win cards, which is completely wasted. He's still a high rated card, still got decent shooting and stuff, but definitely the game was so perfect for Draxler's absolute pop shots into the far corner. So the next one is one that I mentioned briefly, which was a link up with Van Basten and Lucas. Now my team was fully stacked. It had Legends, it had Team of the Years, it had Team of the Seasons, and then it had an 82 rated Lucas, which was just a base card. Anyway, a lot of people, why do you have Lucas in your team? There's no need for Lucas in the team. There's so many better options you can get instead of Lucas. But Lucas was very similar to Ibarbo. He just created absolute chaos in the defences, very fast, decent dribbler, decent skills as well, and he just popped up in the most important places at the most important times, which is why he was hands down one of my favourite players in FIFA 16. Now the next one is one in FIFA 17, and I was tempted to actually change this FIFA 14 to a FIFA 17 card. It is Ruud Gullit. FIFA 14 was the peak for these legends. Gullit carried, he had a decent shot on him, very similar to Draxler, but obviously Gullit was well better in the stats, and I would probably, thinking about it, I probably would put his FIFA 17 card better than his FIFA 14, just because of how many games I played with him this year, the damage that he's done from the centre midfield position, and the long shots, the brute force that he's got in midfield. Yeah, probably FIFA 14, I'd probably say level. FIFA 14 and the FIFA 17 Hullet are probably on the same level, but you can't do a team like this, guys, without mentioning Rude Hullet. Now we have one which, unless you played FIFA back in FIFA 12, guys, and you were very, very into skills, you were very into Serie A teams, you played with the likes of Ibrahimovic, Michele, Robinho, who else? Kevin Prince Boateng, Thiago Silva, Julio Cesar. Trying to think of some other ones. Lavezzi, Cavani, maybe in fact in the Napoli teams. El Shaarawy, the Silva centre forward slash cam slash striker. It didn't matter where you played him. Skills was FIFA 12. You go back and watch FIFA 12 videos from around the community, guys, and you'll see El Shaarawy probably has about 100 skill compilations from people within the community, the Kazooie, the Herb Chefs. He was definitely a standout player. Absolutely ridiculous. Silver players should never be on the same standard as golds, but he was a lot better than golds, and that's why he had a pretty high price mark, around 50,000 coins, I think, back in the day, and that was quite a lot in FIFA 12. And now we have one which gets a... was it a perfect... Did he get a perfect link, or was it a strong link? He had enough links in a 3-5-2 formation. This is the first mention of a FIFA 13 card. It is Marco Reus. Obviously, Reus has got better cards in FIFA with his 89 rated left wing card in FIFA 17, even the 90 rated striker he's got now, but there was nothing better than this 84 rated centre forward card at the start of FIFA 13. He was an absolute sweat beast, brilliant, but there's a reasoning behind him being in it, and it's the perfect linker which he gets, and you guys will see it in the team, probably know who it is already, and Marco Reus was absolutely godly, but he definitely needed his partner in crime, which you guys will see in a minute. Going back to El Shaarawy, guys, a lot of people built silver teams. I was very proud of building silver teams. We had El Shaarawy, we had Coutinho as well, Lamela was in there, Ibarbo in the CDM position, Munoz in the centre back position, and Pasquato as well. But there was one player which you guys still will have seen in previous FIFAs. A lot of people mention him. He is the Dutch, maybe even changed to Turkish nationality now as well. It is El Kebir, obviously another Calgary striker as well. As you guys notice, it's the same badge as Ibarbo's, but in silver teams, El Kebir was absolutely ridiculous. I'm not sure if he had the 4 or the 5-star skills, but he was an absolute carrier of the ball, brilliant finisher, and a bit of a skiller as well, which is why he does make it into this team. And the next one is FIFA 14. We have the Team of the Year, Ibrahimovic. There's a reasoning behind us going for the PSG 96 rated version, because it had 5-star skills. After FIFA 14, he was downgraded to a 4-star skiller, which obviously affected his value quite a bit, affected the fun. Me and Finch absolutely used to love this card. Absolutely brilliant. Very hard to link up with, but there was some certain players in the Liga in which you could get strong links to get him into your main teams. But that Ibra was definitely the best Ibrahimovic that I played since FIFA 14. Oh, in all the FIFAs, guys, that is easily the best Ibrahimovic that I've used since between FIFA 12 and FIFA 17. Now, going back, guys, I did mention that I did like silver teams in FIFA. FIFA 13, I carried it on into it as well, but I wasn't really introduced to this guy apart from Finch. Finch made the Legend Killers team, I think that's what the name of it was. He had a very favourite striker, which he liked to rock in all his teams. That favourite striker was Malapa. Dangerous, Mönchengladbach striker, strength, absolutely nuts, shooting, nuts, good header as well, and a decent shot on the ground. He was the most annoying striker to play against, but once you adapted to playing with him, you're going to have a lot of fun. And I think Donovan was, no, not Donovan, Clint Dempsey, Captain America, was also in a team with him in Finch's Legend Killers, but Malapa honestly ruined a lot of fun for me in FIFA, but also gave me a lot of fun at the same time. And finishing the starting 11, guys, and going back to Marco Reus, the partner in crime, there is the FIFA 13 partner in crime. It's S-Wine. S-Wine, I absolutely loved him. He made my channel. He was a part of the team which absolutely destroyed KSI, winning me a nice Team of the Year, and obviously kick-started my career into where we are now. S-Wine, I will never forget how good he was in the game. A ridiculously stupid, cheap starting striker, and that's where I got him. I got him at the start of the game, and him and Marco Reus up front, getting the 3-5-2. There was literally 2 links in a 3-5-2. Striker, cam, and it was like a triangle linker. Sorry, it was like a triangle linker, and there was no links to the left mid and right mid as well, so it's very easy to get S1 and Royce in the team on full chemistry. And just behind him there was one more person which you guys may remember from that KSI game, which you'll see on the bench. So the next one we got, guys, is Ben Yedder. I did like Ben Yedder back in FIFA 15 as well, but FIFA 16, he was the key to my road to glory. You guys may have watched the road to glory. Ben Yedder got me all the way to Division 1 and was a cheap, overpowered striker, and still is widely used in FIFA 17. He's actually got a bump up in rating as well, and got a few informs. Ben Yedder, FIFA 16, was still better than the other cards, but he links to better players now. And more French strikers, guys. Air Japes come across Benzia. Benzia was a bronze card. You never usually delve into the world of bronze cards, but Benzia was definitely worth it. He had decent skills, he played for a decent team, and he had a decent nation link as well. His stats don't even looking at them now, they don't even look like a bronze card, you know. Decent pace, decent shooting for a bronze as well, and high dribbling, but he felt a lot better in game. FIFA 13 was definitely the time where everyone picked out the overpowered players, hence why you're seeing quite a few mentions in my team, with not only S-Wine, Marco Royce, and Malapa, but also Benzia also. And another FIFA 13 card moving from the S-Wine and Royce link. Behind him in the cam position was Diego, a Brazilian cam for Wolfsburg. Decent looking card actually, but high dribbling, and just high dribbling really, but he had a hell of a free kick and a brilliant long shot as well. And I remember KSI laughing at the fact that I had scored a goal in the wager match. You guys may remember this. Scored a goal in the wager match. JJ laughed because the referee pulled it back for a free kick. Who steps up and sinks that free kick right into the top corner? Mr. Diego. He does it really nicely, and he honestly was absolutely brilliant back in the day. It's just a shame he doesn't have a similar card now. And now we get to mention the first FIFA 17 card, guys, and I have replaced some players from the previous squad last year. Messi. Team of the season Messi, team of the year Messi, any version of Messi. If you get on that left foot, you are going to meet the best shot that you have seen with a player in FIFA. He is absolutely nuts. You guys have watched my FUT Champ streams, if you watched my Fatal with Messi, he was scoring some absolute belters, not only from set pieces but from open play, and he is the last person you want to be cutting in on his left foot, as more likely, guys, it's going to be going into that top corner. So that's the first FIFA 17 edition. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 more to add on in. And the next one, guys, is the defender, which I've like Messi I've used a hell of a lot of games all the way throughout. Boateng, he's well over 1,000 games, just his normal card as well. He did get downgraded to an 89, but we always kept his 90 rated version. Decent pace, decent defending, decent physical. Very expensive at the start of the game as well, but the key to him was his links to the Bundesliga defences with Alaba and Neuer, and also maybe the defenders, the centre midfielders with Vidal, Renato Sanchez and Thiago, depending on which way you want to go. But Boateng, I still think, guys, is definitely one of the best defenders in FIFA 17, and that's one of the reasons why he's still in my team, considering there's so many high rated team of seasons to put in there instead. And staying with the Bundesliga, guys, we go back to FIFA 13 now. We go with Santana. You guys may not remember who this guy is. He was a Dortmund centre-back, Brazilian, 81 pace, 77 defending, 84 physical, low rated, overpowered, cheap. Did the business from corners, definitely did the business in defence, and I don't think he'll ever leave this squad, even depending on what happens in FIFA 18. I don't think that Santana will ever leave. He was definitely one of my favourite defenders in the game, and really loved him, hence why he's here. And here's another one. You guys may have seen my Twitter before. Me and Itani both found this inform card. It was released maybe late-ish on in FIFA 14. It wasn't inform Monzon, and his stats, looking at the stats, look pretty garbage, but I did pull his card up on Foothead, and I will talk about it again. Monzon, right, his in-game stats, 99 shot power, 84 long shots and 97 penalties. He's got 85 free kick, 83 short passing, 82 crossing, 85 balance, 84 reactions, 99 stamina, 83 aggression. But FIFA 14, like I talked about earlier with Draxler, had this weird shot where you'd run out on Monzon's left foot. So you would like run straight, angle it to left, and you would absolutely lever it from just beyond the halfway line, and they would sink in. Minitani, like, we absolutely love this card. It was absolutely ridiculous. I remember the prices we paid for it, and me and Tani started doing videos on him, and his price just flew up because everyone else started using him and understanding how good he actually was. So Monzon, I think, is one of the players which I'll probably replace in future years, but I don't know. He was fun. He made the game enjoyable at FIFA 14 near the end, and that's why he's in. We've got 5 more players to look at, guys, and hopefully there's some nicer ones in here. And the nicer one has come, guys. This there's two players, right? We've got Messi, we've got Ronaldo. They are the highest rated cards in FIFA 17. One of them's a right wing, one of them's a left wing. Ronaldo in the striker / left forward position. Best goal scorer I could ever imagine playing with on FIFA. He won me so many games. It's ridiculous. I paid around 6 million coins for this card. It completely bottomed in price because of the promotions he did do. But the money he won, the cards he won me in FUT Champs was ridiculous. And this Ronaldo, I've never usually really liked Ronaldo or Messi in any FIFAs, but this year they've definitely took a closer step to realism as regards to the higher rated cards are the better ones. And Messi and Ronaldo, two different types of players. Messi's more of a provider and sits back and bangs in the long shots, whereas Ronaldo inside the area, you couldn't ask for a better finisher. He's carried me in the draft of glory, doesn't matter what version, and yeah, that's why he's in here and will never be leaving, I don't think. So added in another 5-star skiller, actually a special card as well. This one is a footy card. It is the FIFA 15 version footy of Charisma. 5-star skills, Portuguese, played for Porto. Awesome card. Like towards the when footies were released, the game was dying out anyway, a lot faster than it was in FIFA 17. But this footy card was absolutely ridiculous. I can't remember if I did a fatal with it, but he was absolutely insane and easily gets a spot in this team. So next one is FIFA 13, Team of the Season card this time round. Team of the Season Kiate will be very, very difficult for you to put into a team now unless you were surrounding it with legends. If you guys remember at Zuros or Atsi, he used to do YouTube, he used to do silver teams, he used to build super sweaty teams, and me and him used to go back and forth all the time. This card was in a part of a 5 at the back with I'm trying to remember the name, I think there was a decent keeper there as well, and another centre-back as well, a Danish centre-back to my knowledge. But this Kiati card won so many games, not only with the defending, the positioning, cutting out the wager matches and stuff. He was absolutely ridiculous, and I think out of all the silvers that are shown in this team, I would say that Kiati was probably the most freaking annoying to play against, and also play with as well. It frustrated so many of my opponents in games. And staying with the defence, guys, you may know that I think there's a Team of Season Taiwo, a special version Taiwo this year. It was nothing compared to this left-back Taiwo in FIFA 12. He played for AC Milan. He got strong links to Thiago Silva at AC. He also was part of insane Serie A teams. Taiwo, with his pace, his shooting, and decent defending as well, and physical, made it a very, very hard task for opponents to get through you. And easily, like I mentioned, guys, we could have used Thiago Silva from Milan, but Taiwo was easily the best defender in FIFA 12 for a Serie A team. And the final player, and one which I know a lot of you guys will be like, oh yeah, he's finally added him, he understands the aids that Heung-min Son does cause. Doesn't matter what version, guys, whether it's a striker man of the match, whether it's an 89 rated player of the month, whether it's an inform or whatnot, Heung-min Son this year has ruined people's weekends. Admit it, he's ruined people's weekends. If you play with him, he's made your weekend though. He is a filthy player. We did a glitch card ages ago. He is the most glitch card in FIFA. There's no getting around it. Obviously Ronaldo and Messi, they're the top end. They're high end expensive players. But the stuff Heung-min Son does, for the 89 rated that he is, guys, you wouldn't expect him to do that much. But he does. He absolutely ruined a lot of my weekend leagues. But he also, the weekend league that did use him, also did a lot of damage to people's defence. That's us done, guys. So if you guys have got your own thoughts and opinions on which players should potentially make it in here, you may have played a lot more games in previous FIFAs to me as well, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this flashback as I have as well, getting to reminisce with some of the stories behind the players. So many channel favourites on this page, probably say S-Winey Barbo, definitely the two channel favourites 100%. If you guys are old schoolers, you'll know about S-Wine and Ibarbo, and also Draxler as well. It's just a shame that he hasn't got a card similar to that FIFA 14 one. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, leave a like rating. Fatal is coming tomorrow, so make sure you do go and check it. Subscribe to me, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.